every time she needs to increase the ratings of the Red Table, every time she needs to sell books, she drops these bombshells.
Will Smith reacted to Jada Smith's recent interviews. Will Smith, the famous actor we all know and love, decided to respond. He didn't talk to a big TV station or write a long post on social media. Instead, he went live on Instagram to share his feelings with his fans. With a serious look on his face, he said, "I watched the latest interview Jada did, and all I have to say is karma will get back at you for doing this to me." In a story about what happened at the 2022 Oscars, everyone is talking about Jada Pinkett Smith's surprise when Will Smith called her wife during an intense moment with the funny guy Chris Rock. It all started when Chris made a joke about Jada, comparing her to a character from a movie, G.I. Jane, because of her alopecia, a condition where you lose your hair. Even though the joke was meant to be light, it made Will really mad, and he walked up to the stage and slapped Chris, telling him to never talk about his wife like that again. After that happened, Jada felt a lot of different emotions. She was shocked by Will's reaction, but she was also surprised to hear him call her wife. Jada shared, "I can't believe it because remember, we haven't used those words in forever. That's because, even though they're not divorced, they've been doing their own things since 2016. Hearing Will call her wife during all that craziness at the Oscars was something Jada wasn't ready for. People couldn't stop talking about what happened, and it made them look closer at Jada and Will's relationship. It's not like most marriages. They've done things their own way for a long time. Even though they were at the Oscars together with their family, they don't really think of themselves as husband and wife anymore. So when Will called Jada his wife in front of everybody, it was a big deal. It showed that their relationship has changed a lot, but also that they still care about each other. The Oscars incident started conversations about what jokes are okay to make and gave people a look into Jada and Will's private life. They've been through a lot together, and their story is about love, understanding, and not always doing things the traditional way. They've been figuring out who they are both together and apart. All the drama at the Oscars showed how hard it can be to be famous, even at an event that's supposed to be about celebrating great movies. Stars like Jada and Will can feel really exposed and vulnerable. When Will called Jada his wife, it wasn't just a word, it was a really emotional moment that happened because of a not-so-nice joke. For Jada, hearing that word made her think a lot about their special but not so ordinary marriage. Even though they haven't used those words in a long time, in that unexpected moment, everyone saw the deep connection they still have. The situation that happened at the Oscars led to lots of conversations about Will and Jada's relationship. People started talking about what it means to be married, the titles of husband and wife, and how stars like them deal with being in the public eye all the time. This event made people think more deeply about personal space, respect, and the meaning of marriage labels in today's world. It also started talks about the challenges and changes in personal relationships when you're always in the spotlight. People wondered how being famous can affect who you are privately and who the world thinks you are. A simple word like wife can mean so much more holding within it. Years of being together, facing difficulties, and understanding each other. The Oscars moment gave us a sneak peek into Will and Jada's marriage journey. They didn't follow the usual path. Instead, they've been discovering themselves, growing and keeping their bond strong, even with ups and downs and being in the public eye. They're showing the world a different way to think about marriage. This surprising moment at the Oscars showed us the many sides of relationships, especially for famous people. The word wife stood out and made people think deeply about lasting relationships and personal growth in a world where we often have set ideas about marriage. Jada talking about how she and Will hadn't called each other husband and wife for a long time made people pay attention. It showed a kind of love and friendship that doesn't need labels to be strong. It's a love that's free and shows us that there are other ways to care for someone deeply. The whole thing, while causing a bit of a stir, also told a story of strength and understanding between Will and Jada. It made people think about love that goes beyond the usual words we use into a place where the connection between two people is more important than any label. It takes a lot of bravery for famous people like Will and Jada to deal with their personal lives while everyone is watching. Their story is not just about two stars being married, it's a sign of how relationships are changing. Disclaimer. The content presented on this channel is solely for entertainment purposes. Our videos contain views, opinions, and information that are based on rumors, gossip, and publicly available information. It's important to note that these should not be regarded as factual or definitive statements regarding any individuals or event. We do not provide any guarantees or assurances, either express or implied, regarding the completeness, accuracy, reliability, or suitability of the information discussed. We fully respect the rights of individuals and entities. If you come across content that you find misleading, false, or offensive, please reach out to us directly and we will take appropriate actions to address the issue. Our intention is not to harm, defame, or malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, or anyone else. Furthermore, it's essential to understand that the views and opinions expressed in our videos and on our channel do not represent the official policy or stance of YouTube or any of its affiliates. We hold no responsibility for any actions taken by viewers based on the information provided in our videos. By choosing to view our content, you agree not to hold us liable for any misinformation, harm, or damages that may result from consuming our content. We strongly encourage you to exercise critical thinking and verify information independently before accepting it as fact.